What's up, guys? If you have pain in your elbow and someone's told you that you have golfer's elbow or maybe even tennis elbow, today I'm going to show you some stretches to do and some strengthening exercises so that you can reduce pain in that tendon and that joint area. What's up, guys? It's Kevin Andres, owner of K Squared Fitness, corrective exercise specialist for the National Academy of Sports Medicine. Let's get straight into it. All right, guys, as you can see, what is my elbow doing? It is transferring energy from my shoulder to my hand. So my elbow controls what I'm able to do simultaneously so I can have repeated efforts and produce a lot of power. So that kind of controls all that business there. And if you're watching this video, it's probably because you got your pain in here and you're trying to figure out how to fix that. You got your humerus, you got your ulna, you got your radius, and essentially right in between here is your joint that is where all the inflammation is going on. Golfer's elbow is most commonly right here on the inside of this joint. What's up, guys? I wanted to interrupt this video real quick to remind you to smash that subscribe button, like this video, because we got content coming out all the way, and then all the time, and then after the video, be sure to check that description box because I got a free 3-day mobility course that you can do to help reduce pain and improve function. Let's get back to the video. And then on the outside, with this big meaty part of this tendon here, is what's known as lateral epicondylitis, and that is tennis elbow. And a lot of this stuff has to do with flexion and extension, and it's most often occurred when you have either a muscle imbalance of the two, or just you are lacking some range of motion. And we're gonna dive straight into what to do next. Start with 2 stretches to do so we can first off lengthen the muscle, and then we'll go into some exercises that can strengthen it. So with this stuff, we want to be super isolated. When you think about your biceps is responsible for flexion and your tricep is responsible for extension. So we want to try to get this open shoulder position, and let's just find a box, find something to where you can kind of start to stretch out your bicep tendon, take off some pressure here. So you got to think about anytime you're having pain in one area, you got to look upstream and you got to look downstream to kind of see what's going on and address the whole system as a whole, right? So that's a great stretch for your bicep. Then a great stretch coupled with the bicep and the wrist is if you put your wrist up against the wall, massive stretch all through here. So that's the first thing you want to start doing is you want to stretch. You can turn your head. You want to work on improving and lengthening the muscle first, and then we'll strengthen. Get that massive stretch here. Maybe you hold it for about 30 seconds, 60 seconds of each. And then we're gonna get into, we'll first break down the wrist. So we'll do extension and flexion. So I want you to find somewhere where you can support. I got my box here, my wrist is hanging off of it here. So when you wanna strengthen something, when you have an injury, you wanna focus on eccentrically loading, which is the portion down where you're controlling so you can strengthen that area. So when you curl up, don't just rip them out here. Get something that's challenging where you go up for flexion, slow down, maybe get about 10 reps here. And then like I talked about earlier, a lot of this is from muscle imbalances. So we're gonna target every component of it. So then you can flip over, you can work on extension, exact same thing, maybe get 10 reps, a couple of sets there. So that's wrist flexion and wrist extension. Then you want to use something that helps you get pronation and supination. So think about supination, that's when your palm is up. You can grab something like a pipe. You can use a lighter dumbbell and then grab the bottom of it. I'm going to use the pipe here and I'll work on supination. I'll just go here and then controlling slowly backwards, trying to get as much rotation as possible. That's supination, and then we'll just do the exact opposite. I'll put my hand down, and then I'll go here, and I'll try to work the opposite side. And just controlling down as much as possible. Based off where you position this, it can make it a little bit heavier. So start off with basic stuff like that to help improve that range of motion there. Once you finish up those exercises, I want you to think about, oftentimes, that's great to isolate and strengthen that stuff, but a lot of times it's probably because there's a movement deficiency. If we think about, there's studies that show lack of T-spine rotation, being able to open up your shoulder will potentially limit the range of motion that you have in order to follow through. For instance, like if I try to open up and my shoulder is crashing forward, I don't have enough range of motion in my upper back. So you want to also incorporate some strengthening exercises and some movement as a whole to work on that. So I want you to grab a band, find a wall, and let's work on opening up and strengthening your T-spine rotation. So we'll put one knee close to the wall. Really, really challenging variation. You can put something here that blocks this, so you have to push open so you don't open up too much, but just for the purpose of the video, I want you to think about this right here. Brace down your ribs and then grab your band, and then we're just trying to get as much rotation as possible. Hold for a few seconds. You can get 8 reps here or so, and we'll start to integrate moving better as a whole system as we incorporate something like that. I got one more for you here. So we're gonna get down on our floor, and for this exercise, we're working on strengthening and improving your in range of motion. So we're gonna go I's, T's, and Y's. When you're doing this on your own, I want you to hold it for about 10 seconds a piece and getting max effort, holding as high and as hard as you can. So here would be my I. I'm gonna go up, 1, 2, skip a few 10. I'm gonna come here, pinch and squeeze as hard as you can. 1, 2, skip a few 10. Turn my hands over. 1, 2, skip a few 10. Reverse it would be 1 rep. You start to couple that with all the other things, you're gonna start to move better and feel better throughout your entire system, and that is what's gonna lead to better movement, reducing pain, getting stronger, and moving better as a whole. So in summary, golfer's elbow on the inside here, lateral on the outside here for tennis elbow, all of those things, all these exercises we did, the stretches, the strengthening exercises, coupled with the wall in the I's, T's, and Y's, is gonna help you move a whole lot better. If you wanna move better through your hips, through your ankles, through everything, you should check out down in the description below. We have a free 3-day mobility workshop where I'll teach you how to move better, to improve function and reduce pain. So be sure to check out that video. And if you're new around here, make sure to smash that subscribe button, like this video, and comment down below if you have any other topics or movement patterns that you want me to discuss. Happy to help you out. You guys keep training hard. I'll see you in the next one.